benefactor in Russia. So with this, here come the problem. We see that Syria seems to be a traitor, like like Turkey have helped Syria in their war since nine years ago, and now Syria seems to be a traitor by killing the Turkey troops and so on and so forth. And so we extremely believe that Turkey should withdraw from Syria and or taken back their army from Syria itself. For the first argument, we have why Turkey should withdraw from Syria. The first characteristic is, and the first layer is, we characterize Turkey has been. The first point is Turkey has been helping Syria to solve their problem, to solve the military attack in their country, and they hosted 4 million refugees from Syria, which is a big number for Turkey itself. And then moreover, Turkey has their intelligence organization that trained the army of Free Syria Army, or FSA, to be trained so they can train military, ladies and gentlemen. Second point is Turkey want to take a part to make a peaceful life in Syria, but with all what Turkey done for Syria do such an evil thing to Turkey, ladies and gentlemen. Like they become a traitor by attacking Turkey, and so on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. And we know that in status quo, Syria is affiliated with Russia, ladies and gentlemen. So this can be so problematic when in the future the Syria with Russia will attack Turkey, ladies and gentlemen. And the second argument is, what is the benefit if Turkey taken back from Turkey will use to protecting their military, ladies and gentlemen, and Turkey also can allocate the funding, like instead of funding their troops in Syria, Turkey can use it to strengthen their military in the country. And the second is Turkey will out of the problem, because we know that Iran already against Turkey. Iran is already against Turkey since the beginning of the war. And the next point is, we know that in the status quo, Syria is supported by Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Moreover, back then in 2018, Russia has killed 36 troops of Turkey in Idlib, ladies. The military attack by Syria government that's backed up by Russia. Even if Russia and Turkey already dealing to stop the war, but still Turkey have a plan to defend their right to do the revenge attack if there are any attack in the future by Syria. So with this, Turkey withdraw from Syria, Turkey will be more focused to handle their problem by strengthening their troops. They can do any preventive thing to overcome the problem that will be done in the future, ladies and gentlemen. So we strongly believe that Turkey should withdraw from Syria, ladies and gentlemen, per to oppose. Thank you.
Okay, next leader of opposition.
Okay, wait, just wait. Can you hear my sound? Is it a bit breaking and lagging?
No, it's audible.
Right. Several rebuttal towards the opening side. The opening government assumed that the Syrian government is evil and a traitor, even though uh, it's clear that Turkey and Syria it has undergone 9 years of alliance. Uh, in this context, they did not explain why they would break what kind of advantage for Syria to break alliance for the alliance that lasts for 9 years. So actually, there's an they don't answer this kind of question. What if actually there's a rebel to planning to break the country alliance instead of assuming the Syria is evil government? With that, I will take the role to answer that question. Our stand is clear. We want to stay allied with Syria, and our goal is to repair the relationship with Syria. So why is it better for Turkey to stay in Syria? We can agree that the problem promotion context itself is not clear yet, and what caused this Syria to friendly fire towards Turkey. And as a result, Turkey got their revenge by launch military offensive, right? But let's see the bigger picture. Why the Syria suddenly attacked Turkey in the first place? Uh, uh, why would they take this advantage, breaking their alliance that have been forged over 9 years? Uh, there are few assumptions that I'm going to deliver for reasonable, with a few reasonable assumptions that I'm going to deliver. Firstly, the cause from the attack is because of the enemy itself, using the Trojan method. Acting as Syrian army and then ambush the Turkey military with calculated preparation while using the army identity, Syria army identity. So why do we think this is more reasonable rather than opening government assumption? Because if if we were the enemy, or if I were the enemy from the Turkey and Syria, a combined force between two countries is too big for us to do. So having two countries is a lot of burden. Because of that, we would rather, because of that, as a rebel, we would rather plan to split the country by the Trojan method I said before. And then this will lead to a broken trust between Turkey and Syria, which will cause them to think each other was enemy. Just after that, the rebel would have planned to take the advantage of the situation, attacking one of the country by waiting for one of the country is badly beaten or lose from the other country. Then the rebel would have conquered the country that has lost the war. Secondly, because both countries are suffering a massive loss after a big war between countries, this is the exact moment where the rebel would step up and be the hero in that movement and gather their followers to show that the country is actually evil, an evil actor from the war. In the end of the day, they will take over the country by gaining the trust from the country people and overthrowing the government. So what is the solution for this problem? First, uh, we should repair the relationship between Syria and Turkey. How? First, we have to gencatan senjata, raising a white flag, and discuss the matter in a private conference. And after that, we can take we can clear at very least if it's has reached to a conclusion to where it can be forgiven, or at least take the war compensation for the mistake that they made. At very least, they can repair the relationship between them. And this goes to my second argument, where when the relationship is fixed, at very least, at the end of the day, the Turkey and Syria would have would have uh, would have trusted more each other, because why would you throw a 9 years of uh, 9 years of trust just because of why would you throw that 9 year of trust? It just it's a disadvantage for a country that they force that it take a quite a long time, and it's just too precious to lose a trust from another country when we are in a bad situation, and we brought to oppose.
Okay, thank you. Welcoming the Deputy Prime Minister.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the second speaker of the opening government side of the House, and before I jump to my argument, I'm gonna do the rebuttal first for the opening opposition side of the House, and not many points that I get from the opposition side of the House. I just get 2 points, and the first is he just talked about the reasons with the history that it's not really clear, and I don't know what is that means. But yeah, still, Syria is, as my first speaker already said, that it's still Syria is evil. Yeah, because they are being traitor for the Turkey, because I don't know what is the reason, what is the clear reason for that, and the second is oh my goodness. Okay, let's jump to my argument. Why is it so beneficial for Turkey to withdraw from Syria? First, there will be no more population than Syria and Turkey, what my first speaker already said, that Turkey already hosted 4 million more refugees from Syria, and and it will be always increased if they still hosting more refugees year by year, and it will impact that Turkey itself, such as it can impact natural conditions in that country itself due to the resource that have and they produce, because they will always build some buildings so the refugees can stay, right, and so on and so forth. And it can also affect economic condition in Turkey itself, like due to the population density always increased because of the Syrian refugees. Like Turkey need the availability of opportunities and jobs that can attract a lot of people, because everyone needs a job to fulfill their needs, right, and get a better living. And also they also cannot continue to rely on the government of Turkey itself. They can rely on the government's assistance to provide the refugees their basic needs like food and so on and so forth. And also Turkey also no longer need to spend their country's money, like what my first speaker said, the tax for their war needs in Syria. So the state's money or the tax that is Turkey has can be used to develop their own country's economic conditions. Moreover, Syria has betrayed the Turkish military by killing 3 dozen um, Turkish troops. So I think Turkish country um, have no more reasons to continue to help Syria, or no more need to actively involved in the Syrian war. And and uh, war of revenge will always continue. I mean, will always continue to be happened again and again, because when 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 Syrian military killed 3 dozen of people from Turkey, so Turkey get revenge to kill some people there in Syria. So there's no more reasons for Turkey to continue to help Syria. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Welcoming the second speaker of opening opposition.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so same as my first speaker say that the war at between Turkey and Syria in 2020 is great Turkey's shot down to Syrian warplanes and killed more than 2,000 Syrian regime troops. There's maybe there's not maybe, but we have the assumption from the opposition side that from the Syrian side, not not from the government, but the rebellion have the conspiration. There is a lot of conspiration to break the relation between Syrian and Turkey itself, gentlemen. So at first, I will talk that when Syria and Russia absolutely have the relation, and Turkey with US have the relation too. So we can compare that Russian and US absolutely years by year during the Cold Wars. But what the what the what the what the connection between Syria and Turkey war itself? At first, we can suspect that in Syria there's happened the war from the rebellion, which is anti-Assad rebel force, which is Assad from Syria. Sorry, there's Assad. Which is we can call this the terrorism action in Syria. So from the Syria government have the action to hold the terrorism for for being tunduk to the Syria itself, but it's truly difficult. So that Syria needs help from Turkey to have them to uh, to solve the conflict itself. So that Turkey open the gap from Idlib to create to give the facility to 4 million registered Syrian refugees in 2019 to uh, to get uh, to get uh, to get um, to get to get bantuan itself, or to get help itself from from the war, so that the Syrian people can be safely at the Turkey itself. But in this case, we have the consideration that the terrorism attacking which Adam Motion said that as the Motion said that in 2020 in Idlib, which is being the city on the border of Syria and Turkey, has the incursion, which is the Syrian army killed 3,000 Turkey troops. But I think that is not truly from the Syrian army itself, from the Syrian army themselves, because can become from the rebellion itself, which is due to Troya action. Turkey get the withdrawal from how the impact when Turkey get the withdrawal from Turkey from first in Idlib. Uh, at first in 2019 in Idlib, which is have Syria and Turkey get the kejahatan senjata, but in Idlib, it's just remembering me about the Israel and Palestine. But I don't want to talk about that. In Idlib, it can cause the poverty. It can cause the kesengsaraan di negara itu. How about the society itself? So when we get withdraw, absolutely, it can create the Great War in Idlib itself, so that it can impact to the economy in Turkey and Syria, absolutely in Turkey. And how about education in Turkey itself? Because all of the people, yes.
But we know that in the status quo, Syria is not helped only by Turkey, but there are also the other country that help Syria, sir. But so if Turkey withdraw from Syria, it is not affecting. It is not. Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Okay, at first, Syria people getting evacuated to the Turkey, and Syria getting help to the troop to fight about the rebellion in Syria itself, and Russian give the troops to help the Syrian itself. But Syrian attacking Turkey, but that is not truly from the Syrian people itself. So absolutely, Turkey help Syria, sir. Turkey help Syria. Well, so I think that my answer. And lastly, Syria is not evil. The evil is from the evil is coming from the terrorism. So we know that in the status quo that Syria and Syria have the problematics with the terrorism, and absolutely it getting help from Iran, which is that ISIS help the Syria the rebellion to fight among the Syrian government, and Turkey help that, and Turkey being as the evacuated place as well. But when you withdraw with Syria, the great problem from impacting for education, economy, and society is being the great things which can impact to the Syria and Turkey itself. So we oppose. Thank you.
Okay, welcoming the member of government.
This. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So the opening opposition tried to justify all kinds of war. They believe there are points of benefit that resulting by the war. There may be a benefit from that, but we must also say that on the perspective of all points, maybe the government are the only one accept the benefit from the war if they won, ladies and gentlemen. But what about the people itself? There are a lot of people lost their family member, not also their family, but they also lost their. What is the point of benefit that will be exist on the war? What is the benefit when we try to harm? Deny the fact that a loss, it's about lives or the people or the materials. So jump into my argument. So my argument will be based on a point that why Turkey should with Syria. So the first, as we know, since 2011, Turkey is already involved in Syrian civil war, siding with within the rebel sides of Free Syrian Army. During this civil war, joining in this conflict is offensive movement of Kurdish fighter that being supported by the Assad regime, ladies and gentlemen, that was being terrorized along the times since 1919s. Now, in these several years, a lot of bloodshed and fierce fight happened towards both sides. We know that there were already some dozens of Turkish troops that already been killed because of the intervention that Turkey made in the war. We believe since a lot of people getting killed from both sides, especially Turkey should not intervene with further into the conflict, or else there will be more of their soldier and people become the victims of Syrian war, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe Turkey further intervention in this war could also lead to the people of Turkey being protest, and it will create an unstabilized security in the Turkey itself, ladies and gentlemen. Not just the loss of lives that will caused by the war, but also if Turkey continue in this war, it will also can cause a damage towards the Turkish economy, ladies and gentlemen. So intervene in other countries, especially by the militaries, needs a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. So if Turkey forwardly advance much farther into the war, there will be more the cost that has to be paid, ladies and gentlemen. So we set are this word for Turkey to continue in this war, ladies and gentlemen. Further action and intervention will only cost more lives and more materials, more lives of Turkish people and Turkey's economy. That is the way we believe Turkey should be withdrawn on this war. Secondly, talking about the impact of this war, there must be a people which are afraid to die and will go to another country to save themselves and their family, ladies and gentlemen. This is called the refugee. During several years, almost 4 million of people from Syrian being registered by Syrian as a refugee in Turkey, ladies and gentlemen. So we said if the war keeps continue, it most likely the impact of the war will become much in neighboring countries such as Turkey and Syria, ladies and gentlemen. So intervention in the war can only make the war become longer and complicated in Syria. As we know, the rebellion not much have any power to deal with the Syrian regime. So with Turkey's assistance, the rebel become powerful and can match with the Syrian power. So in this position, we believe Turkey intervention will only make the war become longer and complicated. The longer the war lasts, the more impact Turkey will get at the end of the day. So because of this, there are many. It will at the end of the day, it will taking millions of refugees. Will also can cause a harm towards the Turkish economy. The more refugees that Turkey welcome, the more responsibility and cost that Turkey should spend. At the end of the day, it can also harm their economic stability. That's why we. So we are proud to propose. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next is member of opposition.
Wait. Minta izin untuk tidak kelihatan video karena gelap. It's about also just on my camera.
Okay.
Okay, starting with the debate in 3, 2, oh, wait. I'm sorry. Okay, starting the debate in 3, 2, 1. Panels, we see that in in the opening debate, none of the team can explain the exact betterment towards the most vulnerable actor in that position if the scenario A or the scenario B will happen. The government team has failed to explain the most likelihood scenario when Turkey has opt out from that area and what betterment is happening towards the most vulnerable actors in that area, whether or not it is refugee, whether or not it is the citizens of Syria, and whether or not whether the all the actors that is impacted towards because this part civil war that has been undergo since 2011, if I'm not mistaken. In opening opposition also did not explain to you why Turkey is the exact actor or the most capable actor to engage in towards the most scenario or to the most to all possibilities that happen inside a particular war, whether or not Turkey is capable to just let's say solve the issues of having refugees intervene the Syria or in a very best case scenario taking all the areas of Syria and especially in Idlib raging because several of Syrian forces killed Turkish forces in Idlib in February 2020. So before I engage to government cases, here's our stance. We want to make sure that the most vulnerable actor is catered with the most capable actor. What is the most vulnerable actor? In closing opposition, we claim that the most vulnerable actor is the refugee because they are harmed because they are harmed with this particular war. Uh, to be exact, they are fleeing to the number of refugee fleeing to Turkey is almost 4 million, like what closing government say. But if the closing government say that the conditions of refugee is that severe, means that and also they are directly fleeing to the Turkey means that the Turkey is the most capable actor to solve it because in the particular meantime Turkey is the most capable actor to make sure the livelihood of this particular refugee, and that is why one of the reasons why Turkey is the most suitable actor to do it. I will explain to you more on the argument. Also, the rebuttal will be intertwined in my argument. There are two approaches that I will bring in this debate. First, why Turkey shouldn't leave Syria to in order to stabilizing the area and ensure the safety of both in the Idlib and Syria, also the Turkey in it. And second of all, why is it feasible to Turkey able to ensure the safety? I'm going to explain this into analysis. The first analysis, because we want to ensuring the stability of the most vulnerable actor, which is the refugee. Here's the thing: since Syria civil war, Turkey burdened to hold Syrian refugee. There are so many refugees that opt into Syrian refugee that opt into Turkey since 2011. Meanwhile, if we are deciding to withdraw from Syria, not only the number of refugee is increased, also that and increase, but also the capability of Turkey to handling the number of refugee is also going to be decreased. Why? Because not only their land is going to be minimized, their capital that also going to be decreasing. There are a lot of trade-off that is not fair that taken by Turkey if they are just withdrawing from their particular battlefield, for example. So the government team can only win if they can explain to you why, if Turkey withdraw from this area, why the benefit that given towards this refugee as the most vulnerable actor is also feasible, and they are not going to be harmed just because they are living from that particular scene, for example. Yes, please.
So what will you do if we know if in the future there are more war and there are more refugee, not also in Syria but also coming from the Turkey? Thank you.
war is only the consequences of the proxy that is happening because of trajectory made by US and Russia. Second, war is happening because Syria's irrationalities, because they are racing to power. I will explain to you in my second analysis and why, if Turkey engaged to that area, it will reducing Syria irrationalities in terms of attacking randomly the people of Turkey, for example. Let's engage to this. In status quo, Syria is a game. It's like a game to a race to get a power. For example, there are so many terrorist group in there, plus the amount of power that Assad has given toward in the moment to in the effort to let's say occupying the Syria's territory. Then the power is then the condition is very the power is very or the war is inevitable, let's say, and the harm is very big. What kind of irrationality that Syrians have? They are bombing people recklessly. They are killing Turkish people without necessarily upholding the principle of just war. They are doing several things that is not humane in terms of war. Why Turkey is the exact actor to engage to this? Because Turkey is the member of NATO. It is controlled by the US, and all military actions that Turkey will make is very contingent upon the decision making or the principle that they are upholding in terms of just war and etc. That is why we, in principle level, we are proving to you that Turkey is the most suitable actor because we want to reduce the amount of victim as much as we can, and do not let the recklessness of Syria is increasing more and more. But here's the thing. I will explain to you in my second argument why Turkey is feasible to do it, why Turkey is able to secure this particular area in Idlib, Syria, and also in several places in Syria, for example. Here's the thing. We should now understand that both US and Russia, as the one who is the one who support both country and the terrorist group to doing war, is currently at collapsing. US is dealing with health issues and health security in terms of this pandemic and coronavirus. Russia is directly face to face with Saudi Arabia in that particular war. Here's the thing. In best case scenario, Turkey is able to attack Syria because the effect that Assad get because of the inexistence of Russia is bigger than the inexistence of US inside of the Turkey in and of itself. That is why the power of Turkey is more bigger rather than the Syria's power. But in worst scenario, when there is no power that back up both of the countries at all, we can assure to you that Turkey has bigger power to engage. Why? Because Turkey are having bigger military forces since they are one of the biggest promoter and the biggest country with military forces in that Eastern Mediterranean, for example. To prove this, significant amount of contribution done by NATO towards this country, but Turkey just not shown it yet because of these particular issues. As CO, we want to make sure that Turkey has doing their job to securing that area and to end the war once and for all, because we want to secure the land. We want to secure the most vulnerable actor, that is a refugee, as the victim of the horrors of war. And we say, because both in the sections of US and Russia, and also the inability of the Syria to fight back because they are powerless in status quo, we believe that Turkey has bigger approach to that particular issue. So basically, I have proven to you two things. First of all, why Turkey is the most suitable actor to engage in the most current issues. But second of all, why they are feasible to engage in issues. Both of the closing government should explain to us why it is not right for Turkey to engage to that scenario within the inability of Turkey to let's say or the unsuitable nuances that Turkey made towards that war scene, and also why is it not feasible to Turkey to do so. So the rest of it will be whipped by my second speaker. Thank you.
Okay, the next is government whip.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're
Yes.
audible.
Okay. Before I jump to my argument, I will give a rebuttal what the government have said. First, they want to not Turkish to not withdraw because uh, uh, we will keep our relationship, but and until the relationship is good enough, so that they said that we have trusted each other, but it can be happen because Turkish have tried to do that by always help them by give a hand to war on their civil war and take care to their Syria society. But what happened instead to get tested, even still do war because many reason that the position that their position have said. And then by the closing opposition, he want to securing the area, but the moment when you uh, not withdraw, it will be make more impact because we will answer in our argument. And okay, jumping to our argument. So the main question what what we want to bring is why we have to withdraw. First is because Syria still war us instead uh, example instead border. Okay, Syria have killed 3,000 Turkish army, and beside that we have helped them in their civil war by take care of their society to take a place in our country for a while. But the Syria still do war to us, but that sad reason. So we we as Turkish will do withdraw because there is no attention from the Syria until now. We have give a hand, but see, but the Syria still do uh, war to us. And second is because Syria cover Kurdish Kurdish ethnic, and what happened? This ethnic Kurdish is community that they don't have a country and they are terrorists. Surely will be hated by Turkish, right? But here Syria cover them. Syria give their hand to 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 take their living in their country. So what's happened? Kurdish is still searching for independence because they not have a country. The problem is they want to take it in Turkish area by always disturb them since 1980 by 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 killing 1,000 people of Turkish. And so the moment we still help Syria, the moment we still have Syria, it's like we help the Kurdish ethnic to developing, where Kurdish ethnic
Sir,
Turkey
a minute.
Turkish enemies because they are terrorists and they because Turkey because the Kurdish ethnic is Turkey enemies because they are terrorists and they want to take our area for for them independence. So this is the reason why we have to withdraw. Why we have to withdraw, and then because when it still continues, it will be impact to 1980 again, where there's a war between Turkish and Kurdish, so that we will impact mass damage, where Turkish society will die again, facilities damage, and so on. So it's the whole closing opposition said that they will keep the securing the area, but when we do, when we still withdraw, it means that we not securing our area. It seems like we continue the Syria opportunities to always uh, take opportunity to do more invisible war, and then so we say we will withdraw because of this, and to take care of our independence, and to keep our society safety feeling, right? So the question is, when we withdraw, what the benefits to us as in the Turkey will, the benefits is when the moment we withdraw, it mean we will focus in our the country itself by is always taking attention by the Kurdish. Instead we we give our hands to Syria, but Syria is not always give our attention. So the best thing is focusing in ourselves, to keep our independence, to keep our society, and so on. So we purely propose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, the next is opposition with.
I think no teams in all teams in this debate, closing government, opening opposition, are being utopic, because the opening debate is talking about how to like solve the how to solve peace, how to solve all the wars and conflicts. Well, we already told you this debate should not be about how to solve the peace, but how for Turkey, whether or not by staying in Syria will help Turkey to maintain its power, right? So is so very complex. You cannot just say that, oh, we should withdraw because this will solve the war. It's very utopic, right? So I have two questions in my speech. First, whether or not Turkey should withdraw from Syria, and secondly, whether or not Turkey will still be feasible to maintain its power. Let's go to the first class, whether or not Turkey should withdraw from Syria. I think no teams in this debate never really explain the context of Turkey's interests and Turkey's characteristics on why they came to Syria at the very first place. Right? We told you two things. First, we already told you that Turkey is the only actor that is able to ensure the stability of Syria. Notice that in status quo, no states have the interest to invade Syria. Even countries like US withdraw from Syria, how like Russia is conflicting with Arab. So the only solution in status quo, if you want to ensure like stability in terms of power, then Turkey is the only actor that can do that. But secondly, we have told you that Turkey is a type of pro-Muslim state. Like that is to say, they succumb and they adopt the mindset that they have to have all Muslims available. That's why in the very first place, they received all refugees from Syria, right? So what do we told you in this class? Since no teams in this debate explain what the interests of Turkey, explain the principles of Turkey and what kind of beliefs that they uphold, well, we told you the likelihood on why this is within the interest of Syria. So therefore, on first class, we win. So let's go to the second class, right? Whether or not Turkey will still feasible to maintain its power. Madam Chair, we have told you, right, why staying in Syria is still feasible for Turkey. One, notice that Bashar al-Assad no longer have bargaining power to fight Turkey currently, how there's chaos between Syrian governments, militants, rebellion groups, and the separatists in Syria are currently in an internal conflict, right? That's why Bashar al-Assad have weakening power and status quo. But secondly, notice that Syria is depending on Russia, depending on Putin, and Russia depends on China, and China right now is loosening their dominance and is loosening their hegemony status due to COVID-19 pandemic, due to all the dubious cases of Belt Road initiatives, due to the trade wars that happen with US, right? But let's compare with Turkey. Let's compare to Turkey. I'm going to show you why Turkey's supporting system is feasible to help Russia to maintain its power. Notice that we have NATO as Turkey's supporting system. We have US that will support us. Especially US have the interest to support their allies because US want to gain tractions. Especially Trump has the interest to assert their power, right? To assert their power, especially in 2020. Right now is an election year where Trump wants to be re-elected again, right? How also like Trump helped Hong Kong and Taiwan by giving them assist. This shows to you that we have better supporting system to begin with. But let's engage to our worst scenario, right? What if in our side of the house, it will create wars and such? We think that it's okay, right? Because we have told you this debate is not about solving war. It's about how to maintain your power. Because even in their side of the house, even when you withdraw from Syria, that doesn't mean war is not going to end. Just because you withdraw from Syria, that doesn't mean there will be suddenly diplomatic or friendly ties between Turkey and Syria. In their side house, when they withdraw, it's going to be much, much worse. Notice that Syria is an ally with Russia when Russia has no clear guidelines in terms of war. That's why there are excessive nuclear bombings that committed by Russia in the status quo, right? And what do we told you in this debate? One, we have told you why in principle, this is within the interest of Turkey to stay in Syria. And secondly, we already told you why Turkey will still be feasible to maintain its power, why Turkey's supporting system will be enough, and we have told you why all the current Syria supporting power is weakening right now. Very proud to us.
All right. Thanks for the debate. Please give me. Yes.
Okay, guys. Since this is a silent round, so there will be no oral adjudication. Please return to main session for the prelim for preparation. Thank you. So please, guys, leave the breakout room and back to main session because this is a silent round. Thank you, guys.